Good morning, friends, and welcome to another Powered Cube draft. My name is Cody Lee, and if you are new here, I upload a brand new draft video every single day. If that's something that interests you, I'd love to earn your subscription. As is, let's jump into this and look at Time Twister or Mana Drain. I think we're probably going to be going with the Time Twister, although Mana Drain is pretty insane. Time Twister just lets you do some really broken things. As is, Demonic Tutor is also very good. Beza, Natural Order, Questing Beast. Look at all these mythics. Almost a half pack of mythics. We only got 2 uncommons. But yeah, I think the Time Twister is what we're going to take. Mana Drain would be what we would take otherwise. Demonic Tutor is insanely good. And honestly, I'm very tempted to pick that up. But Time Twister's power. I think Demonic Tutor might even be above Mana Drain, purely because of the art, of course. But we're going to take the Time Twister, and we're going to see what happens. We're going to follow up Time Twister with a Talisman of Creativity. If we're going to be in the Time Twister deck, we probably do want to be in some type of artifacty, upheaval, mana ramp card draw style deck. So I will look at being in the Talisman of Creativity deck. Not bad for a first couple of picks. If I weren't picking that, I'd be looking at something like Brazen Borrower, Bauble. I do really like Field of the Dead, but I don't think that's the pick here. Glorybringer might very well be the pick, but Talisman of Creativity is what we're going to go with. After the Talisman, there's an Echo of Aeons and a Displacer Kitten. I think we're probably going to take the Displacer Kitten because it is pretty early in the draft. Prismatic Vista is interesting. Deathgreeter's Champion is interesting. Put 1 encounter on target creature. If that's another creature, it also gains the ability to put it below this one until end of turn. So, very good little aggressive dealio. The Echo of Aeons, like I said, is very interesting because it is another draw 7. As is, I think Displacer Kitten's going to be a little bit better for us. So let's take that. And it's early enough that Displacer Kitten should be really good. Honestly, Containment Priest, Displacer Kitten is kind of hilarious. Felia and Containment Priest are also very interesting. But I'm going to take the Felia. Out of all the cards here, honestly, Ponder is probably one of the better ones, but Felia's not bad. So I think I'm going to take Felia. There's Thirst, Cosmogran, Sarah, and a Tundra. So I do want like Cosmogran, Zenith, or Sarah, or even Jace, or Chrome Seed Shark, Mishra's Bauble, Thirst for Discovery. Very good. But I think we're going to take the Tundra. Mana's very important. We're going to follow that up with a Mana Leak. Nia Sky Sail's Storyteller is interesting to me. There's a Savai Triome if we wanted to be like 4 color, no green. But I think we're going to take Mana Leak with what we've got going on right now. And we're going to be looking at being like a blue-white deck. Portal to Phyrexia. Thundering Falls is interesting. There is a Pinnacle Emissary. If we wanted to be straight America. But I do think we're going to take the Portal to Phyrexia just because it is very strong. Honestly, Thundering Falls. Let's take the Thundering... No. Yeah, let's take the Thundering Falls. And let's have good mana. Rogran Triome to follow that up. We're looking at good America mana. And with that, we can start taking cool things. When this enters... I think we're going to take the Sink into Stupor because it is a land in addition. But both of those are really good. But let's take this thing into super because it doubles for us. Here, Triome, there's a Field of the Dead, which would be interesting, but I think we're going to probably take like Tribal Flames. If I take Field of the Dead and sideboard it, I just do like Field of the Dead. Unexpectedly Absent would be good. Agatha's Soul Cauldron. Activated abilities. None of these have activated abilities so far, so Unexpectedly Absent should be good. Wings of Abandon. A good removal spell for us. And we're looking pretty solid right now. Take the land for the sideboard. Naked Mole Rat's got a little bit of a hang up going on right there. Furling, woo woo. We'll take the, I guess, Lion Sash because maybe we would play it. Elvish Reclaimer straight to the sideboard. Now what are we seeing here? Nothing crazy good for us. Some cool green stuff. Some cool black stuff. There's an Esper Sentinel, which is interesting. There's also a Duelist of the Mind. Whenever you commit a crime, you may draw a card. If you do, discard a card. Esper Sentinel is interesting. I do think we're probably going to take Duelist of the Mind because it should be pretty good for us. I'm not happy with that first pick. Honestly, Esper Sentinel might be a little bit better. Yeah, let's take Esper Sentinel, actually. Ooh, there's a Giver of Runes, Sunbaked Canyon, and a Celestial Colonnade on Holy Heat. Third Path Iconoclast. So, Giver of Runes would be interesting. I think Third Path Iconoclast. What are we looking at creature-wise? 4 and 6. We'll see what's going on when we take this Third Path Iconoclast. We could, like I said, just take Giver of Runes and be like white-blue. And maybe that's what we should do. Let's take the Giver of Runes. Virtue of Loyalty, love that. Fairy Mastermind would be interesting. Smuggler's Copter would be interesting, but Virtue of Loyalty pretty easily. Fairy Mastermind is the other one, but... Jace, ooh, there's a Comet. Love Comet. Would not mind an Adeline, but we're going to splash a Comet for sure. Jace, Phantasmal, both would be good. Deshana's Fiery Islet, Makda, Kellen, Concealing Curtains. I think we're probably going to be taking Deshana. When this creature enters, counter up to one target activated or triggered ability. If an ability of an artifact, creature, or planeswalker is countered that way, remove it forever. Or we can take a 2/2 flyer. I think the 3/2 Thieving Skydiver is pretty dang good, though. Being able to steal an artifact is important. Misty Rainforest can get us any of our lands right now, which is super good. But let's take the Thieving Skydiver. A bunch of green, and then a Consider. Surveil 1, draw 1. Triplicate Titan would be interesting, but Consider is better. Enduring Curiosity, kind of exactly what we want in this style of deck. Elite Spellbinder would be good, but Duelist of the Mind came back around. Love that for us. Honestly, deck's looking pretty good right now. Lauren of the Third Path is interesting. You and target opponent each draw a card. Destroy up to one target artifact or enchantment. But I think we're going to take the Celestial Colonnade. We're going Cheon again. This is also a land. Mind you, we're going like kinda Chiani. We're not Field of the Deading with only 5 lands, though. Well, it would be 7, technically, because we would have Mountain Forest, or Mountain Island Plains. Hangs up at Daxer's Peregrine, Seb BF, Woo, Furling, Naked Mole Rat, and DJ Butter. Not bad. Comet Stellar Pup is definitely worth splashing if you're playing blue-white. The fact that we already have some good, we'll take the Galvanic Discharge for the sideboard. Some good fixing for it in the Triome and the Thundering Falls already makes me feel better about it as well. Phantasmal Image or Cryptic. I think we're going to take Phantasmal Image. Swiftspear, Lush Portico goes in the sideboard. Monstrous Rage into the sideboard, and then ramming it. Ooh, Ancestral Recall and an Ajani. That's insane. So I wish I could take the Ajani, but I'm going to take the Ancestral Recall, and that's not very difficult, realistically. Flooded Strand is also pretty good. I would like that. Oko's insane. Wouldn't mind it. Thalia, wouldn't mind it. But Ancestral Recall is going to be the best card for us here by far. Nothing even remotely close. If there were a Time Walk, there'd have to be some conversations, I think. Is Ancestral better than Time Walk? I actually don't know. Oh, there's a Minskin Boo, which we're not playing Minskin Boo. Sorry, guys. Sacred Foundry is interesting, but Teferi, Hero of Dominaria. 5 mana for a 4 mana. Draw a card at the beginning of the next end step on tap. Non-land permanent. Third from the top. Emblem, whenever you draw a card, exile target permanent. Like, just insane. Needs to be answered. It is 5 mana, which is kind of a lot, but very, very strong. 11 playables. Expressive Iteration. There is a Fractured Identity, which I think is what we're going to take. Fractured Identity is just pretty insanely good. I would not mind picking up that stock up as well, but Braid, Oust, Sage of the Skies. Honestly, Prismatic Ending. Exile target non-land permanent if its mana value is less than or equal to the number of colors of mana spent to cast its 1 or 2 mana removal spell. Oust, put target creature into its owner's library second from the top. Might be a little bit better. And it can hit everything. Here. Seachrome Coast or Elegant Parlor. I think we're going to take the Seachrome Coast. Ooh, Flage. Flage is one of those where I'm like, shit. I'm glad that I took some red lands. Skyclave Apparition's very good. Force of Negation's also very good, but Skyclave Apparition's just removal. Prophetic Memory, great. And we gotta make a couple of cuts. Phantasmal Image is probably gone. Gotta make one more cut. 3 mana, 3/3, March of Otherworldly Light. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, exile up to 1 target non-land permanent you control. Being able to bounce to Fairy or Comet. Is that kind of all I'm bouncing, though? Yeah, I think that's all I'm balancing. Oh, and I want Gideon.
I walk a righteous path.
We'll drop a mountain. We're going to be at 16 lands. We got to make one cut. What's the one cut? And is it Tishana's? It shouldn't be Tishana's, should it? It's like Lion Sash. Or Consider. I think it's Lion Sash. No. No, we're going to keep Lion Sash and get rid of Consider. Done. Play. We've got a sick little Americana deck here. Let's see what it can do. I'm honestly kind of stoked. It should be a pretty good deck. Now we'll see. Ancestral Recall, Mana Leak, Tishana. Yeah. Oof. We're going to be able to Virtual Loyalty on the end of their turn. Or Mana Leak, whatever they play. Too bad I count Tishana's as Wooded Foothills. That would actually be insane. Here's my tutu. And turn. I'm gonna Ancestral Recall myself. And then Mana League. I'm gonna draw a card from that. Awesome. Trying to turn 3 in Adeline. Nice. If I get...
I know what must be done. Let's skip to the good part.
Get in for 2. Five. Chandra? Sure.
I'm the best fire starter there is.
Ooh, and you're gonna sacrifice a land. You're gonna neg 3 on that?
It's over when I say it's over. Hey, over here. Yup, you're going down.
I'm gonna decline. Take 2. That land. I have a Chandra Torch of Defiance. It's like,
Guess you don't need me anymore.
I'm just gonna exile his stuff. They've got 2 cards and 7 lands. Kellen, sure.
Let me lead the charge into darkness. Let me turn the tide of battle.
I'm gonna Tishana's Tidebinder his Kellen. Oh, I can't. Did I submit 0 and I didn't target his Kellen? Okay. Boom.
Carry us through.
Game. That was a very solid one, back and forth. We were very on top of it. They were kind of on the back foot from the start, I will say, so that helps. Hey, I will keep this. Give her runes. You're gonna get that Mox Diamond. Ancestral Recall, so good here. I'm gonna remove my Giver runes. Ugh. Three lands, 6 lands out of the top 12 cards. So I'm gonna play this, I'm gonna play this. Go search your library for a land. Hit for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They've got 6. Esper Sentinel gonna draw me another card? March of Light. Okay, no. Turn. They can not flash. They can't quantum it though. They warped that in? No, they played it. Good game! Holding up so that he couldn't miscalc me was actually kind of really smart. I was playing around Mana Leak actually, but that might have been a little bit of a risky move for us to take. But I do think that's kind of what we were looking to do there. I don't know if our deck is really good or if I'm figuring out how to cube draft, but I feel like I'm doing a lot better recently. And I'll be real. The main tip is stop drafting the expensive cards. This looks great. Mulligan. I think that's City of Brass. Sweet Plains. Path of Exile. Oh, Prismatic Ending. And turn. I probably should have Virtue of Loyalty there. And that's my bad. Alright, I've got stuff to do. So I do think I'm gonna Skyclave, probably the Ocelot. The thing is, I want to be able to Winds of Abandon next turn, so my main thing is being able to survive. think being able to survive involves flashing in Enduring Curiosity on their turn to block. And then we're going to Winds of Abandon. They're going to get all of their lands. One, two, three, four, five, six. We're going to both have 6 cards in hand. Ugh, first strike. Nice. Oof. Overload. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Go get 8 lands. 2, 4, 5. Ooh. Oh, Adeline being able to get in. Destroys, nice. Okay, so one, two, three, four, five, 6, 7. So we can Fractured Identity and 2-drop, which does not save us. We can Skyclave Apparition. Yeah, and then we lose. Concede. Good game. Yeah, they just got under me there. Feels bad, man. It's bound to happen sometimes, though. All you can do is run it back. We're gonna keep. This one's risky with the 2 5-drops and 2 tap lands. That's my only worry. Keep it. Tundra and an Ocelot Bride. That's exactly what we didn't want to see. And followed by a 3-drop. Uh-oh, we might be in a little bit of trouble here. I think I do need to hit the Felia. I don't want to hit the Felia, but I don't think I can let the Felia live. Ugh. Not being able to play anything there kills us. Good game. If we had like a board wipe there, like a Wrath of God, we might have been okay, but yeah. Being on the draw against an Ocelot's very, very difficult. Nikki. Yeah, great hand. Turn 1 Ocelot again. Oh, Mishra's. Mishra's can't activate it. Oh, can't do that then. And they can pop their expedition map. What the actual hell did I just see? Go get a Talarian Academy. If I'm gonna get Mishra work swapped, fucking hand on turn 1, hand throw on turn 1. Yup. Wow, actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 mana turn 2. I'm very impressed. Dear God, man. I'm actually tilted. Okay, well, that was a good one. Appreciate it, guys. Thanks so much for joining me on this draft. I am going to leave those packs for you for next time. And we'll drop into another one here probably. But thanks so much for joining me on this one, guys. I really do appreciate it. And I hope to see you guys in the next draft, which hopefully goes a little bit better. Talk to you guys then.